And tonight, in the race for space, another spacewalk, another SpaceX launch, and a brand new Starship launch site that is turning some heads. First, we saw two NASA astronauts floating around space for almost 7 hours to replace a space-to-ground antenna for the International Space Station. And then this, if you saw it out there in the east, looks kind of like a jellyfish in the sky. It was really a Falcon 9 rocket launching 29 Starlink satellites into orbit. That was the 100th Falcon 9 flight of the year, a record-breaking 37th mission for that rocket's reusable booster. And then speaking of reusing rockets for more launches, what if you built 12 launch pads right next to each other? Well, that is what SpaceX is wanting to do out there in Louisiana. And this marshland, it is set to turn into some of the biggest rocket hangars humanity has ever seen. Here's Elon Musk dropping by from a chopper.
What do you think?
Great. Yeah, it seems perfect. If you want to go out there and make life multiplanetary and not just be a tourist, send a few people and come back, and but if you want to go there and actually build a self-growing civilization, you need serious tonnage.
Serious tonnage. And here is the vision. Launch pads galore, self-sustaining, generating its own power. SpaceX says construction is going to start next year with the goal of launching its first Starship in 2029. 30 rockets, possibly daily by 2030. Let's bring in space journalist and host of The Endless Void, Kristin Fisher. Kristin, great to see you. First of all, serious tonnage is right. So much so that I don't know if people realize just how much tonnage he's talking about here. What do you think?
I don't think they do either. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around, even for people like you and me who follow this closely. The best way that I've found to kind of put this in perspective, Gadi, is up until this point in all of human history, all of humanity has only put about 20,000 tons of stuff into orbit. What Elon Musk and SpaceX are trying to do is put more than 1 million tons of stuff into space in 1 year alone. I mean, that is what is at stake here, and that is what SpaceX thinks it can do, not just with this rocket, Starship, the biggest, most powerful rocket ever built, but with this new announcement today, $100 billion to buy 125,000 acres of land in Louisiana. That's what today is all about.
I mean, the scale of that is, again, it's wild. If you've ever seen one of these rockets up close and personal, you're just how did humans even come up with this? And then the idea of 12 hangars all next to each other. And then the idea of not just in Louisiana, right? Expanding spaceports all across the country. Realistically, what kind of timelines do you think we're looking at here? Because there is a lot of hype, there is a lot of promise, and yet then there's a lot of engineering and actually building the infrastructure.
There is, and remember, this comes on the heels of the Trump White House's executive order just a few days ago saying that they wanted the United States to have 1,000+ launches a year by 2030. And, you think about what the United States was capable of doing just this past year in 2025, they were only able to do about 180 launches. And SpaceX was responsible for the vast majority of them. So to get to that cadence, 1,000 launches in a year, it's going to take something as big and grand as what SpaceX just announced today. And the other thing I've been thinking a lot about is, you look at Starbase in Texas, right, which is the only place, the only operational launch pad for Starship right now. Starbase in Texas, which used to be Boca Chica, Texas, is only about 350 acres. 350 acres. This Louisiana Starbase is 125,000 acres. I mean, if they can do what they've already done with 350 acres, imagine what they're going to be able to do with this massive new facility.
Yeah, blows the mind. And Kristin Fisher, if they pull it off, we're going to see you out there, hopefully covering some of those launches side by side. Thank you so very much for stopping by.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.